Hey y'all, it is me, Stop, Drop, and Roll On. Yeah, I'm yet alive in the land of the living. Although I've been acting like I haven't been. And I made another video this morning, but I just don't feel like all that editing and stuff. I said it before. This just not my forte. I'm not trying to be a YouTube guru or anything. I'm not monetized. Y'all feel full aware of that. I know y'all know that. Okay. And so, and all that other stuff, people, in other words, I'm not, I'm on here for the reason that I'm on here, okay? For the past 2 weeks, I just say a week and a half to be totally honest, I have just not been myself. I have not felt like myself. I have not been making, um, I have been unrecognizable to myself, is what I'm saying. And, today, actually this started last night. I got extremely frustrated with myself. You gonna hear me saying I and myself quite a bit. I mean, I'm picking up on the trend right now while I'm talking, but it's necessary on this one. And so the thing that has been aggravating me the most is not that I have been eating like, not binge eating. I almost said something else, but that hadn't been occurring. It's been either going over to a lack of eating or stuff like that. And the problem with all that is that hold on a minute, I don't even know who this is. I'll call him back in a minute. Anyway, the real problem with the situation is this. My metabolism is such that I have to move and I have to eat adequately. And I have to, and most people are like this. I'm not like some little special breed, coming out from underneath the rock. But my body is extremely sensitive to when my caloric intake is not right. And it is like that for a whole lot of different factors. But I've always been like that. So I am classic. When you don't eat enough, then your body stops and just comes down to a point, where you not, you start holding on to everything you get, in other words. And so, this here running through here, well, I'm just going to grab a hand of pecans. I'm just going to eat some of this. Oh, I'm just going to have some cheese and crackers and all of this stuff. And the deal is that as weird as it may seem to some people, I am actually telling you the truth. And, at some point, I'm going to have to come 100% clean, but I need y'all to really just bear with me for right now because I'm not at that point yet. But with my intent of being 100% with everybody that I deal with on a physical level, on a virtual level, that will be y'all, on a professional level, just any type of way that I'm communicating with people. My number one thing is just to be as transparent as ever. Okay? Because people, a lot of these things and misconceptions that we have that are floating around out here in this world today, right now, is based upon people really just not honoring the truth. Basically, you want everybody to believe you got a perfect relationship, so you go out in these streets and you tell people, oh yeah, he does this, oh yeah, she does that. And then you got two people over here that you were talking to feeling like, well, what did I do wrong? Because what they say is going on in their house ain't happening in my house. Then you get the comparison thing. Well, you can take that analogy and apply it to anything. You can apply it to the way you eat. You can apply it to your activity. You can apply it to your relationship. You can apply it to what you do or what you don't do. You can apply it to anything, and you can come out and make it be whatever you want it to be. But the truth of the matter is, number one, if I can't tell my own self the truth and tell my own truth to other people, I probably need to be quiet. And so where I'm at, and the reason why I sound like I'm fussing is because technically I am fussing at myself. There are some things that I do have to be gentle with myself about, but this right here is not one of them because we talking about life and death right here. And since I'm not really in the mood for not being alive, then that means I need to do, like I done quoted before to y'all, Shawshank Redemption read, get the living or get the dying. And when I make the determination that I'm not going to sit down and eat a full-fledged meal, or when I know I'm supposed to be having a certain number of calories, and then Scrington might call me and ask me, what did I eat for dinner? And I'm sitting up there at 8 o'clock at night. Well, nothing yet. You know, doggone well at 8 o'clock to go in there and go in the refrigerator and eat something. I mean, for some person, they'll say, well, what's wrong with that? Go back and rewind. It works for other people. For my body, my metabolism shuts down. And then I got to work extra hard to get my metabolism revved back up. I got to eat, and then I have to start kind of exercising like crazy and doing some stuff to get myself back in a burning mode. And then, honestly, it's not enough to sustain me. And so I feel I'm hangry, you know, and doing all kind of stuff and all that kind of stuff. And who want to be around a hangry person? Who want to be around an angry person anyway, but a hungry and an angry person? No. And that's all fixable. As far as activity is concerned, when I'm not eating correct, well, it goes without saying, your mindset ain't right to the point where you're going to get up and move around. No, I'm not sitting in one spot one day, but I'm not moving around the way that I know that I need to be moving around. And these two things go together. I have got to eat on point and eat adequately, and I have got to move my behind, my meat, my tail, move, exercise, whatever, however you want to put it. But those two things go together in my world. And when I put them together, then they equal out what I need them to be, which is I'm going to be healthier. I'm going to feel healthier. In my mind, I'm going to be settled and not be all over the place, because there's a little nervousy tension that comes to me when I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And it doesn't matter what that thing is. It doesn't matter. I mean, I can, again, apply it across the board. When I'm not doing what I need to do. And the thing that gets me is when I'm doing what I do for a living, number one, it ain't no room for error. Number two, I will do more. I will go longer. I will go harder. And I will do all the things that is required above and beyond to do that. And I'm really hacked off at myself right now for not taking that same principle and that same feeling and applying it to my day-to-day as far as my health is concerned. Because if I'm not on the planet, then that other stuff is irrelevant. I mean, it's common sense. But for some reason, I'm sitting up here, and the last week and a half, I have been tripping. I have been unrecognizable to myself. And I'm just having to call myself out. And that's exactly what this is. I'm calling my own self out. I don't need nobody to do it for me. I can do it for myself. It's just that I don't need all this lag time in between and having all these little mini breakdowns and all of this stuff. I don't need that. I need to stop. It's time out for the dumb. And that's what I've been doing. And it's just like, you know, I tell my nieces and nephews second pod from time to time. They'll all be in one spot together. They'll put me on speakerphone, and I'm like, what do we don't do? We don't do dumb. We don't do ignorant. And we don't do I don't know. Because if you're doing dumb, that means you're not doing what you need to be doing to be learned, okay? And if you're being ignorant, that's because you have not availed yourself to learn something. I know what to do. I know what to do. I know what I'm supposed to be doing. And so then that turns into a will thing. I'm just willfully doing ignorant, dumb, idiotic stuff that prevents me from being on point. Because when I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, I'm a much better person to be around. I don't mind even being around myself. I have not wanted to be around me. Now, how do you separate that out? That's only done in the movies. This morning, I got up and I walked a 12-minute mile. That's what I did. And instead of me walking through an entire video, I will walk another 12-minute mile after I get going with work and all of that kind of stuff. When I get a break. And then maybe, just to be honest, maybe, that's why I'm putting a maybe in there, this evening, when I get back home and before I go to my knitting class, I may walk another 12-minute mile. It's all going to be the same mile. I'm not even doing the whole tape. I'm just picking a fast-paced mile out of that thing. A mile is a mile. I'm tired of this. And I know that this is a lifelong thing, so it ain't nothing that I have the privilege of being tired of totally. What I should say is I'm tired of being in this stage. And it's unnecessary and it's self-inflicted. And I think that that's the worst kind of stuff. You know, if somebody's doing something to you, that's one thing, and you're powerless to do something about it. But when you inflict stuff upon yourself, that's something that bears looking into. And the problem is I done looked into it enough. And I already know what the issue is. The issue is me. I need to get out of my own way. And I need to just get my behind up and do what I need to do. Keep my tail in gear. Stay in gear. Even when I don't feel like getting in gear, get in gear. Okay, this morning, I'm done fussing. That's how I do. And they know, you done? Yeah, I'm done. I'm done fussing. This is what I'm drinking this morning. This is actually my tea of choice. It's Puka brand, and this is turmeric gold. And the thing about this one is, I think that there's black pepper in it. Black pepper, one of my subscribers told me about this, maybe been about a year ago, that black pepper potentiates turmeric. And I looked it up. That's what I do. And it is true. So usually when I brew this, I'll go ahead on and brew it, and then I'm putting pepper down in here when I'm brewing. And so if it's not in there, although I think that I do taste it, then I got it anyway. Okay? So I've had my turmeric tea, which I needed. Because why? My tail, from not moving around, when I say tail, I'm talking about my whole being, not just, y'all know how I talk, has started trying to get stiff. And I'm just, y'all know my statement. I'm not trying to be curled up in here like a pink cooked shrimp. I am trying to stay moving around and flexible and things that go along with, for real being in the world and stuff. Not bent all up. Not interested in that. And I started feeling that. And why? It was because I had slacked up off drinking my turmeric tea. Back at it. Back on it. I'm looking around because I thought that, there it is up there. Hold on a minute. I'm pulling down disc and all kind of stuff. This is one of these planners. I'm trying to make sure it ain't nothing in here that's going to cause me a problem. But anyway, I'll just put it like this. This is my calendar. I buy a calendar every year, planner, whatever folks want to call them. This is a normal for me, okay? And this has just happened to be the one that I got this year. It's got all this mess in the back that I done already halfway filled it up, and it's only the 12th day of January. But in this, I have started writing in physical activity. And I would like to not have to write physical activity in here. I would like for it to just be something that I do without me having to, take up space in my planner for it. But right now, apparently, that's what I need to do, because I know that when I look at this, that it's going to be something that I'm going to have to, do. Okay? So, hopefully, I'll be able to get on here and tell y'all that I haven't had to pencil in activity. But for now, I got to do what I got to do. And me penciling in activity is what sparked me to get up this morning and walk the mile. That sounded like something from the Green Mile. Walking the mile, walking the mile. Anyway, y'all, let me hush my mouth. I will talk to y'all later. Y'all do what you need to do. Don't be like me. I mean, don't, you know what I'm saying, right? Okay. Toodles.